Hello, what's up guys, this is TonTon here, and I'm back. Apart from the Kingdom Beast War figures, today I have a brand new figures to show you. This is more like a comeback to G1 taste, and this is pretty much getting us back to the figures that was less focused before. And today I'm proudly to present you the Transformer War for Cybertron Kingdom Deluxe class Warpath. And I know he's a unpopular character, but I'm still happy to get you guys to see this guy and what he actually looks like. Because most of you will remember this guy as the Autobot who got a tank cannon at his stomach. So now let's begin. So here we have Warpath, and this is his Earth tank mode. And I think this is some kind of old tank, probably Soviet because of the color scheme. And so he's a red tank with white trenches, and that is the solely two color that we got on this guy right here. So I think the white part is painted. Maybe it's painted. Yes, it is painted. So that is quite nice. See, and most of this guy got unpainted details, but to make up for that, you got a lot of mechanical details, or should I say, like the plate and details, just like a masterpiece. So that is pretty nice. We got an Autobot logos here, but the problem with Warpath is that if you see that there's a gap over here that is quite hard to tap them in, or maybe that is my copy, and that is what we got at the moment. So for this guy, I would recommend some dry brushing technique with some white and some gray that could help highlighting the figures. So I'm gonna do that later on. But for now, as you can see, this guy has a lot of details, but they are kind of drawn in, so they're not really that spot on. And the wheels here, you got some fake wheels underneath. He can roll pretty okay because this is fake wheels, the trench doesn't move, and he's a pretty small and clean transformer. So he rolls, that is quite okay. And you got some movement at the barrel as well. So you got a full rotation over here, and this here can move up and down. That is basically all articulation you can get from his vehicle mode. So I'm gonna bring in some other tanks that I have. So here we have first is Impactor. This is a Cybertronian tank. So as you can see, the size is quite different, and to be honest, I hate Impactor design as a tank because I thought that was lazy and stupid. But after witnessing the Warpath, I think that I would prefer Impactor tank mode than Warpath. But anyway, that is because I like size and everything, and basically I don't like the ideas of a tank that got some round ball shaping things on top of it. That is my opinion. So now let's get to the transformation and see what we got with this guy over here. To begin with transformation, first remove this arm section out. As you can see, you see the whole arm now. Do the same thing over here. Bring down this section, that will become the leg. Bring down this. Swing this whole section out and push it down like that, and close this section up, then rotate the whole leg. At this point here, you can bring this down and fold it inside like that, and you want to repeat the same thing again. Now you push this down like that, and then you can push this piece all the way down as well, just like that. And you can bring this whole section and clip it onto this section over here, just like that. And for this, before that, you want to open out this section and pull out the head. That was a mistake of mine, I'm sorry for that. And then we're nearly done. And then as you see this section over here, you can actually close this end like that for better look. And the gun barrel can be pushed down just like that. And we're done. Finishing transforming Warpath, I had a really G1 vibe, which is stupid design and massive kibbles on some section, like especially the feet and the stomach. I know that having the barrels on the stomach is the OG Warpath design, but then you might understand is that I'm not growing up with these characters, you know, I'm judging them from a modern point of view. So to me, that does not look really good. I mean, like, this is the designer fault, to be honest, because when you design such an OG character like this, it is really hard to improve or change something without people noticing. And I'm sure they did a great job, so I'm gonna stop criticize this guy and get the details of the robot mode right away. Of course, beginning with the robot mode, as you can see, the head sculpt is really nice. It makes me feel like Warpath is a not so very central characters, but rather a sub characters, and they chose to give him this mouthpiece, so there will be no expression onto him whatsoever. But the nice thing is that it reminds me of a commando unit, which is kind of suitable because Warpath is a tank, which is a really odd choice for an Autobot. And other than that, as you can see, the eyes are really deep. It's a separate piece, and the painting and sculpting is excellent. And if you see these 3 stripes onto its face, it reminds me of a Gundam that I used to build. So that is pretty nice. I enjoy this head sculpt, and it is moving down a little bit, as you can see with the turret over here. So the problem is with the OG Warpath design, the turret are supposed to be out like this, and that is stupid. So I really like the fact that they tried their best to make it look better by actually pushing down, but now looks like he got a giant tit. And the next thing I want to talk about is the arms over here. Well, the arms is quite interesting because, like I said, the trenches outside is painted. So if you see, there's 2 color variation of white over here. This is the pure white, and the up is the unpainted colors. It's some kind of like pearl, or like you know what the colors I'm talking about. But then again, if you look at this, I would love that the highlights of white and red onto the arms are quite nice. They give the red a little bit of shines through, and that is really spot on. And moving down to the last part, we have the leg. When I first transforming this leg, when I received the figures, I was really impressed by the amount of plates and joints that we got on this leg here. The design is still stupid in my opinion, but I just love the way that they move the leg here and there, so it still looks satisfying in transformation. I really enjoyed this aspect of the figures, and that is really nice. But unfortunately, this figure doesn't come with anything, so this is all we got in the package. That is quite a letdown. But then again, you cannot ask too much of this guy, because the problem is now you see how small a Deluxe Kingdom will be. You cannot ask too much because probably the price is gonna be cheaper. So here's a size comparison between Warpath and Bumblebee and Sunstreaker. So the problem is Warpath is supposed to be a tank, and then so he should be big and on probably leader scale or something, but then he's the least popular characters, so they had to make it a Deluxe. So the scaling system is quite off here. But to me, they still look great together as a gang of Autobots, and I cannot wait to have the rest. And of course, upcoming is the medic himself as well. And now let's get to articulation. Articulation wise, first we begin with the head. His head can do up and down a little bit. It's on a ball joint, so of course he can do a full 360. His arms can move out just like that and do a full rotation of your arms. He got a bicep swivel and a knee elbow bend, and of course you got some 360 elbow hands rotation. You got a waist swivel over here, just kind of nice. But then again, with this figure, you gotta give him decent articulation, or else no one buying it. And then you gotta do a kick to the front and the kick to the back, a little bit limited. You got a full spread. You got a thigh swivel. You got the bend at the knee, that is 90 degrees, and you got some pivot, which is some decent pivot, to be honest. That is quite impressive. And that would be it. Articulation wise, I think this guy is pretty nice considering what he is and the size of him. So yeah, I think with some add-ons, weapons from other Transformer figures, he could look really nice and benefit. So that could be it for today, guys. Let me know what you think of these figures and talk to me in the comment section below. And if you're new to this channel, give me a subscribe and ring the bell for upcoming videos of Transformers. Also follow me on Instagram. That is where I do most of my updates about my videos and everything. And if you feel like you can help me out with the future figures, feel free to buy me a coffee in the link in the description below. So TonTon out.